Hi, welcome to the quiz. You will be presented with multiple choice questions, each displayed on screen for a short time. Please make sure to attempt answering all the questions. Quizzes help us to reinforce our knowledge, identify areas where we need to focus more, and improve our overall performance. Taking quizzes can also help to increase retention and make the learning process more engaging and enjoyable. With that out of the way, you can answer along on quizalto.com. The exact URL of this quiz will be in the notes down below. Let's get started. Good luck. What is the benefit of using AWS Direct Connect for database replication? Limited database scalability options. Automated database schema migration. High-speed and reliable replication of database updates. Complex database query optimization processes. What is a key benefit of using AWS Direct Connect for data transfer to AWS Redshift? Reducing CPU utilization in EC2 instances. Ensuring high-speed and reliable data transfer. Facilitating encryption at rest in RDS instances. Automating container deployments on ECS. What is AWS Direct Connect? A service for automated code deployment. A service for testing application performance. A service for monitoring network traffic. A service that establishes a dedicated network connection from your premises to AWS. What is a benefit of using AWS Direct Connect? Unlimited storage capacity. Built-in security monitoring. Automated load balancing. Reduced network costs. How does AWS Direct Connect provide a more secure option for data transfer to AWS compared to public internet connections? By providing a dedicated connection with private connectivity. By reducing encryption standards for faster communication. By increasing latency and data transfer delays. By sharing network resources with other organizations. How can AWS Direct Connect assist in enhancing data privacy and compliance for organizations? By automatically managing route tables in VPCs. By providing a direct and dedicated network connection to AWS resources. By storing encryption keys in key management service for S3 buckets. By replicating data across multiple Aurora database clusters. What is the advantage of using AWS Direct Connect for data transfer over using the public internet? Free data transfer. Improved security and reliability. Lower latency for gaming applications. Faster download speeds. How does AWS Direct Connect improve data transfer reliability compared to public internet connections for accessing AWS services? By reducing encryption standards for faster file transfers. By shared network resources with other organizations. By providing a dedicated connection with consistent performance. By increasing network latency for additional security measures. Why is AWS Direct Connect recommended for organizations that require a dedicated connection with predictable latency to AWS services? To reduce encryption standards for faster communication. To share network resources with other organizations for cost savings. To ensure consistent network performance and secure data transfer. To increase data transfer latency for additional security measures. How does AWS Direct Connect differ from a typical internet connection to AWS? It provides unlimited bandwidth. It is only available for government organizations. It offers free data transfer. It provides a more consistent network performance. Why is AWS Direct Connect considered a secure and reliable option for connecting to AWS services? Because it uses shared network resources with other organizations. Because it reduces encryption standards for faster data transfer. Because it provides a dedicated connection with consistent performance. Because it increases latency and data transfer delays. How does AWS Direct Connect support organizations with high availability requirements for accessing AWS services? By limiting bandwidth capacity for data transfer. By using shared network resources with other organizations. By providing redundant connections for failover and disaster recovery. By increasing latency and data transfer delays. What is the benefit of using AWS Direct Connect for real-time streaming applications? Low latency and high throughput. Reduced data storage costs. Automated data replication. Easier data transformation processes. What is the role of private virtual interfaces in AWS Direct Connect connections? To deploy containerized applications on ECS. To provide automatic load balancing for EC2 instances. To manage Aurora database clusters. To enable private connectivity to VPC resources. What is the significance of AWS Direct Connect in hybrid cloud architectures? Facilitating website hosting on EC2 instances. Enabling secure and high-performance connectivity between on-premises and AWS resources. Automating database backups. Managing IAM roles for S3 buckets. What is the benefit of using AWS Direct Connect for real-time financial applications? Automated financial data analysis. Low latency and reliable data connectivity. Unlimited financial data storage. Slow financial transaction processing. What is the purpose of cross-connects in the context of AWS Direct Connect? Physical cables that connect your network to AWS equipment. Automated data replication processes. Networking protocols used for data encryption. Load balancing mechanisms for network traffic. How can AWS Direct Connect help improve application performance for latency-sensitive applications? By deploying more EC2 instances. By using multiple VPN connections. By increasing server-side encryption. By reducing network latency and jitter. What is the benefit of using AWS Direct Connect for large data transfers? Easier data visualization tools. Reduced latency and higher throughput. Automated data backups. Lower data transfer costs. What is the purpose of a public virtual interface in AWS Direct Connect? To establish encrypted connections between two AWS virtual private clouds. To connect multiple on-premises networks through a single AWS Direct Connect location. To connect to AWS public services such as S3 or DynamoDB. To provide a secure connection between two branch office locations. What is the purpose of AWS Direct Connect dedicated connections? To manage user access to EC2 instances. To establish dedicated network connections between a customer's data center and AWS. To automate code deployment in Elastic Beanstalk. To encrypt data at rest in S3 buckets. What is a key benefit of using AWS Direct Connect for organizations with high network traffic requirements? Dynamic IP address allocation and load balancing. Shared network resources with other organizations. Limited bandwidth capacity and higher data transfer costs. Predictable network performance and lower latency. Why is AWS Direct Connect recommended for organizations that require a dedicated connection with predictable latency to AWS services? To share network resources with other organizations for cost savings. To increase data transfer latency for additional security measures. To ensure consistent network performance and secure data transfer. To reduce encryption standards for faster communication. What is a key benefit of using AWS Direct Connect over public internet connections for accessing AWS services? Higher network latency and data transfer delays. Improved security and reliability for data transfer. Lower encryption standards and data privacy risks. Shared network resources with other organizations. What is the function of a transit virtual interface in AWS Direct Connect? To store log data for network monitoring. To automate network resource deployment. To enable connectivity between multiple virtual private clouds. To manage network traffic within a single subnet. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone who participated. Remember, you can answer along on quizalto.com, where you can keep track of your progress and find much more quizzes. We hope you had a fun and challenging time. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.